it seemed like the game wasn't going your way. What flipped in the fourth quarter there?
I mean, obviously the game wasn't going our way, but we just never gave up. We kept trusting each other, kept grinding. We see our teammate go down with a late hit, which I believe, and we rallied behind that. We wanted to go out there and grind off for Smitty, and all phases, especially defense, played lights out, and we found a way to make plays at the end of offense, come out with a win.
What did you see on that 65-yard run?
I just remember seeing Tyrann. He was down, so I knew it was one high. I knew I had a lot of space to the right, and the O-line blocked it up perfect, and I got into open field, and in Green Bay, I should have just went right. I probably had 2 long ones, but learned from my mistakes and just was thinking knees, and just try to run fast as I can and get in the end zone.
Saquon, after last week, what was said in practice, if anything, that kind of changed what was really on?
Nothing. We just kept trusting the process, kept working. We understand that when things like that happen, everyone thinks the world is ending, but it really doesn't matter what the outside world thinks. It matters what happens in that locker room. And you see it today. We just kept trusting each other, and kept having each other back, and that's what team football is about. And Coach always say you can't be great without the greatness of others, and we did that today.
What were the emotions like on the field after seeing down and then having to pull yourself together on the in-swing play and that?
Yeah, the emotions. Definitely. When you see that, anybody, when you see that, it sucks and it hurts. But especially Smitty, the way he comes to work, the way he prepares, and how much he means to this team. It was a tough loss. It was tough to see him down like that in that moment. We all made sure we said a prayer for him, both sides. And like I said, for us, the thing we did right after that, we locked in and we said, come on, trust each other and let's get this done for Smitty. And sometimes it just works like that. Popped off a big one right after.
The offensive line and the defenders up front and Lane going down and Kai going down. How did you see them respond?
Great. That's why Stout's on their ass like that every day. Everybody, they all get coached like starters. And Fred and Steen stepped up today big for us. And it starts with Cam and Landon and Jordan. Communication and just trusting each other, trusting the process, trusting the work that we put in. And those guys came up big for us, and we're gonna need them. Everybody. It's gonna take all of us if we want to do what we're able to do this year.
I know he's pretty self-motivated himself, when he has 2 turnovers like that in the first half, you've been around him now a little bit.
He's the most poised human being I've ever been around in my life. He doesn't get flustered, never too high, never too low. And to be honest, only being around him for however many months, learned a lot from him as a player and as a man too. So he's the leader of this team. And obviously those turnovers not what you want to happen, but that happens part of the game. But it's all about how you respond. And he responded with a 2-minute drive going down the field and making a big play to Dallas, and Dallas running his butt off, and we find a way to get in the end zone.
How does he, what does he say to you guys when he has the 2 turnovers or gets sacked on 4th down?
He just comes in the huddle and say everything's gonna be all right. Always got that look on his face that no need to worry. Just keep going at it, keep working, and we're gonna be all right. You could just see it. He don't even gotta say much. You could just see it on his face. You could see it on his demeanor. He's a winner. He's a gamer, and he came up big.
And how reassuring is that for the rest of the guys?
Big. I mean, like I said, he's the leader of the team. He's the heart. We all follow him, and the way he responds is big, and it's going to happen for all of us. We're all going to have turnovers. We're all going to make mistakes, but that's part of football. It's how you respond. You let everybody else panic, everybody else worry, but we got to come in the huddle and look at each other and know that's going to take all 11 of us to get the job done.
Not your side of the ball, obviously, but defense had some struggles a little bit in the first 2 games. What did you see out of them today?
What I've seen from them in camp. We've been going against them in camp, and they've been balling. And that's just football, man. I know fans and I know reporters, you guys get caught up in week by week, but each week is a new week. When you look at it, each week's a new week. And obviously they didn't like how they played last week. They didn't stop the run well. And from the jump, they set the tone, let them know that it's not going to be that type of day. And now the beauty of it, we got to have the same sense of urgency that we had last week when we lost the football game, because this easily could have been another loss. We could easily be 3-0. We could easily be 0-3. And that's just football. You got to make plays when it needs to happen, but the urgency got to be the same. And we got to go back tomorrow, watch film, and get better from it.
You talk about Dallas, one of the veterans on offense.
He stepped up big from us, man. Stepped up big. Leaving the Atlanta game, we all felt like we definitely could have got the ball in his hands a little bit more. He's definitely a playmaker on his team. In my opinion, one of the best tight ends in the league. And, that was a big play, a really big play. It makes my 6-yard touchdown run a lot easier when he can catch a drag or a shallow and take it almost 70.
obviously the Saints, come in with the highest scoring offense in the NFL. I mean, did you guys think you had to score a bunch of points?
No, we knew that they're a really good team and they've been balling. But like I said, it's week to week, and those guys, we know, where we want to go. We probably have to see that team again. But reporters and everybody on the outside is going to look at the Saints and be like, oh, they got to figure it out after they just scored, 40 points straight and then they had a tough time against us. But same thing for them. They got to put on next week. They got to get ready for it. And that's the thing. I know. Quote Jalen, keep the main thing, and that's what we're going to continue to do. We weren't focused on how many points we got to score. It's team football, all three phases. When all three phases are playing well, we know we're going to be a tough team to stop. But when all three phases aren't playing well, somebody got to step up, man. Our defense did that today.
And what happened on the fourth down, just before halftime? What did you see on that?
Yeah, I gotta find a way to get a yard there. I like the play call. I think we had a little bit of miscommunication, but like I said, I'm a big boy. I'll take blame for that. I get paid a lot of money to run a football, and that situation I got to find a way to get the first down.
Thanks, everybody.